What's going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and today we're taking a look at GPU mining versus buying the coin. So as I've been saying for quite some time, a lot of people have, is if you are in the negatives, unless it's midwinter and you're offsetting some of your heating costs to heat your house and stuff, then you can get away with mining at a loss as long as you're actually selling your coins to offset your heating bill. If you're not, then you might be running into some issues and losing more money. But the point here is we're going to look at profitability based on zero right now, I guess, because there is no profitability versus buying the coin. So if you are in the profit range, obviously it makes sense. It comes down to the cheapest way to actually get the coin. So if you're in the profit range, this does mean that you're able to cover your power, whether you're paying out of pocket for your power and just holding your coins. The cheapest way to get it is in the profit, mine the coin. It's cheaper for the power that you use. Now, if you are in the negatives, it's cheaper to buy the coin for the power that you're using because you will end up with more coins. You're in the negative here. You're going to get less coins covering that power bill for buying the coin. So hopefully that kind of makes sense for you. So we're going to actually look at the numbers and see, how much of a profit difference is it buying the coin versus just mining away at a loss. Now, another major issue is this is already saying you already have said type of hardware. You already have the GPU or something. You have 3000 series from 2020, 2021 or earlier, so on. If you're a brand new miner looking to mine crypto, that means you also have to factor in hardware costs, the GPU, the mining rig, depending on what all you have. We'll look at maybe just GPU costs plus mining at a loss. Obviously, that's going to be a huge loss, and just buying the coin would be 1000x better than buying hardware then mining. But we'll look at a little bit of everything here, but let's just start with you already have your hardware, you've had it for how long, and now you're mining away, and this is what profits when mining at a loss versus buying the coin looks like. So I'm going to start and just look at like a 3000 series. 3070 was one of the most popular GPUs back for Ethereum days and stuff. So that is the majority of the GPUs that are most likely out there right now. A lot of people have been selling, and just scrolling down the list, we can see we got the CMP 170HX here. This says an ROI. I don't know how you have an ROI when you're negative. So somehow there's a miscalculation, as everything else in the negative says NA. You're not getting an ROI if you are not even in the profit. So that's weird that you're negative 2 cents here, but it is saying 104,885 days. That is quite a bit. If I bring up my calculator and go 104,885 and divide that by a year, that is about 385 years. I don't think you're going to ROI in 3 lifetimes. So that's like your grandchildren's lifetime. By the time they get 100 years old, you're getting close. Actually, that's not even that. It's even your grandkids' kids, when they get to about 80 years old, then these will finally ROI. That is insane. But looking at the newer hardware, it's obviously on the top minus the 170HX. That's older, but it does have the great memory in it, so it's good on memory algorithms. We can see the 5070s up here. We can see the 6650 XT, the 4060s. We got a 1660 up here. Even though it's negatives, it is ahead of 3000 series in losing the least amount of money. Obviously, the A2000s are nice and efficient, but scrolling all down to the first 3000 series, we don't even see one. The 3060 Ti is all the way down here at 12 cent power, losing 9 cents a day on Ergo. And Ergo could be an interesting coin. I know a lot of people talk smack about it, but every bull run in the past, Ergo continues to do huge climbs. It doesn't last very long, but you might want to have your coins ready. So that's kind of what we're going to look at, its previous all-time high, and hopefully it does something like that in this altcoin season. It doesn't last long, but it does happen. So coming into here, we're just going to take a look at Ergo. We don't really care about hash rates and stuff right now. We're going to be looking at coin yields here, and we're going to be going before power and after power type of yields and stuff right now, just to get an idea of all that situation. But right now we can see the amount of coins that we would be mining in this case is yield Ergo is 0.206 Ergo. So mining this coin, this is the amount of Ergo that you would get. So I think this is actually on the revenue side. It's not showing you how many coins you would get after power. So we're just going to have to go with the straight amount of coins that you would get. So 0.206. All right, so here's Ergo kind of broken down for you on a 3060 Ti current profitability here. So if you were mining Ergo, you get about 0.206 coins. That does work out to be about 23.6 cents in power at 12-cent power here. And that would be when bull does take off and it hits the previous all-time high, you would get about $3.73 at that point. And then coming in, if you were buying ergo, so for 23.6 cents, you could actually get 0.328 ergo. Okay, we're getting a decent amount more ergo for this, which would be the same amount, compared to what you were doing mining for a full 1 day, 24 hours. And if it does hit the bull run price again, like it did last cycle, exact same price as the mining price here, that would actually be $5.94 that you would get in profit there. That is a difference of $2.21 per day if you just bought 0.328 ergo every single day instead of mining it every single day, is an extra $2 a day. That's actually pretty big. Then think about if you had, 10 rigs, 12 rigs, 20 rigs, 50 rigs, it definitely would stack up more and more. Example, if we just went up to here and we just said, say you had a 5-card rig, obviously you'd be making a difference of over $10 just from buying the coin for the same amount of money you would have just spent paying your power bill to mine that much less coins. It does work out to be a huge difference over time. That's why mining at a loss doesn't really make much sense. All right, so I ran into eBay here and I kind of went for the one that didn't look like the biggest scam. Maybe it is. So 91 USD for an RTX 3070, as we can see right here with the box. So if we are actually just buy the coin instead of mining it, so coming in here, we can see buy GPU plus mine. Now we're actually not mining here. This is just the cost and stuff would be. So for the price of that GPU, and then for the cost that would cost for running it, the 23 cents in power cost, we could actually buy 194.23 ergo right now. And if it hits that bull run price, we can see that we would make actually $3,519 off that, whatever that is, the $91 of buying the GPU right now. But as a brand new miner looking at GPU mining currently and stuff and thinking you're going to go out and get a 3070 and all of a sudden there's going to be all this profit and stuff, look at the differences here in just buying the coin instead of just mining it just for power costs, or buying the coin instead of buying the GPU. And you can see the amount difference here in terms of profitability and stuff. So it is a huge number. GPU mining is definitely not looking good. If you're looking for investments and stuff, it's definitely looking like you may as well just buy the coin. Now, this is obviously not financial advice or anything, but we might have to just turn the channel over to Rabid mining and crypto or something, because right now mining is looking pretty darn rough and it's almost moving into a non-financial advice crypto purchasing thing at this point. I don't know. Everything's pretty rough though right now, guys. All right, so I'm not sure why I had 3060 Ti in here. I actually had 3070 in here is what the numbers I was basing everything by. So everything's still staying the same. I just changed that out to 3070 instead of 3060 Ti so it doesn't confuse anyone, because I kind of got confused myself as I was going through the editing process. So I just adjusted that. But anyway, coming back into everything, I did add Raven coin onto here, RTX 3070 here. So we have, if we were to mine it at a loss, we'd be getting about 18.24 Raven a day. This does cost about 43.2 cents in power at 12-cent power to mine Raven coin. So we're paying 43 cents to get 18.24. Now, if we were to just buy the coin at the current price, 43 cents worth every day, that is 41.94 Raven per day. Now, if this goes back to 0.222 cents, I believe is what the peak was, so about 22 cents there, we'd be getting $4.04 if you hodl it out to that peak for mining it, which is, pretty good. But if you were to just buy the coin right now for the same 43 cents a day, that actually worked out to be $9.31. That is a $5.27 difference, because this does use so much more power than an algorithm like Ergo did. Now, coming in and buying the GPU, same price and everything, and mining this amount a day, or I guess using our power costs added into this, we'll be getting 8,876.89 Raven per day. That works out to 22 cent Raven, 1,970. Now, obviously, it's looking like if Ergo goes to its peak, it would be making you quite a bit more. But the point here is, look at the difference if you are buying hardware again, plus mining the coin at a loss, how much of a difference you are losing over just spending that money on the coin. I don't know what's going on with this glitch, but it's looking like everything is a major profit. But this is not correct here. I was like, what's happening? I went into mining pool stats and everything. The normal network hash rate is still there. So this is all false. So keep that in mind. Don't look at these numbers and don't think it's real. But the reality is there isn't any profits there really currently, especially at least 12-cent power or higher. Break even's probably sitting around 10 cents or something. I can't go through that right now because the Leo is obviously broken in the profitability charts, but it is definitely looking a lot better to just purchase that coin instead of buying any mining hardware or even mining the coin in general at 12-cent power plus. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the whole situation on versus buying and mining down in the comment section. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.